Just picked up this 99 Tacoma 4 days ago. It's clean. Clean. I have put 400 and some miles on this thing. I just went up to the mountains yesterday. Took it on some pretty harsh trails up there by the CSU mountain campus up Pingree Park Road. And it's rough, but it did the job. The full tank of gas that I used yesterday yielded 23.9 miles a gallon. So can't complain about that. But yeah, this truck is a 1999 3.4 liter with a 5-speed manual transmission and 4-wheel drive, of course. 202,000 miles, like I said. And I have put 391. This thing runs really good. And it's clean too, really clean. All the carpet looks great. A little bit of tearing there, but that's as expected. Idle smooth. A lot of maintenance done by the original owner that I bought it from. He had just did the timing belt, water pump, radiator, plugs, wires, starter. And by the looks of it, I checked all the fluids. He had serviced all the fluids at some point as well. So this thing's running really good, and it has my favorite tires, Michelin LTXs. So 75 on the highway, no problem. I even got it up to 80 the other day. The only noticeable things that I don't like about it are these rust spots. I could probably take a screwdriver and go right through right there. And it's on both sides, but the frame is absolutely minty. Very, very clean frame. This truck did spend a little bit of time up in Wyoming. That's where it was purchased new. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that corrosion there is mainly from the salts they use in Wyoming. We don't really get that in here in Colorado. So yeah, I like this truck. I had a 2019 Tacoma. I've had numerous first generation Tacomas, and I've never had a 5-speed or 4-wheel drive. All of the Tacomas, with the exception of that 2019, were 2-wheel drive. So I'm enjoying the capability and just the reassurance that when snow starts to fly, if I still have this thing, I can get to where I need to go. So I already popped the hood earlier. Yeah, I still got the mud flaps, OEM factory mud flaps. I mean, those are factory wheels. Everything's factory on this thing. Clean. The 5VZ FE engine was running absolutely great. As you can see, timing belt service was at 195K, so not that long ago. New Denso radiator. He also did the valve cover gaskets, or had those done, and it looks like the alternator's been done at some point. But yeah, this engine's sewing machine quiet and smooth too. It's pretty impressive with 202,000 miles on it what a Toyota cast iron block engine sounds like, because the aluminum 5.7 and 4.0s, they definitely are not this quiet. So I'm enjoying that, and I'm honestly looking forward to get to knowing this thing a little better. You never know, maybe I'll have to dig in and do some things. I'm curious if this has ever been cleaned, or throttle body's ever been cleaned. I would assume if they took it apart, they might have cleaned it, but I'm glad I don't have to get in there and do the valve cover gaskets or the timing belt. But yeah, I don't know much about the 3.4. I do know that it's very, very reliable. Made it to the 5-speed transmission. It is a really good combo. I really enjoy it. Yeah, when you take off, you know, it doesn't feel like it's that powerful, but once you get above like 30, it'll get up to 60, 70, no problem, pretty quickly. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about it. Everything works on the interior. Did have to replace some brake lights and turret signal lamps in the back. That was super easy compared to the typical Lexus or you know, Jeep Cherokee, and it was just a very simple process. I did check all the fluids. Like I said, there is a little noticeable leak in between the case and transmission, but from my understanding, it's common, and I'm just going to keep checking the fluid levels. And if it gets worse or bad enough, I'll replace it. So I guess the one thing that I'm not really enjoying, it's not a huge deal, but I never knew that this was fixed on these old trucks. I always thought that it was an access cab. So you know, setting stuff in here, like I have a pretty big lunch pail, and what I've done, instead of flipping that seat forward like that, I've actually started to just drop it in through here. So you would think that this is small. I'm 6'1", 260, and I fit in here like a glove. Got the seat pretty far back, but yeah, everything in this truck works, from the AC. I wish it would have had the factory radio, but I'm sure I'll find one. I already found these OEM floor mats that the guy told me, yeah, they're gray. Yeah, dude, they're not gray, but they're OEM. I got 2 sets of fronts that are absolutely mint condition, so maybe I'll dye them gray or something. One thing I love about getting vehicles from original owners is that it comes with stuff like this, the original window sticker. So the original price was $22,897. The extra value package MSRP discount brought that down to $21,297. And here's all the goodies that the truck came with. The SR5 package was a pricey one at $2,100, and the floor mats in 1999 were $69. I would have complained about that, but again, I'm a cheap ass. Like I said, Cheyenne, Wyoming is where this was originally purchased, and from my understanding, it did spend some time up there, so that's probably why it's a little bit corroded. But yeah, I like this truck. It's smooth. It's not a rough running truck. You can't even really tell it's idling right now. Yeah, it needs a new windshield. Headliner is all intact. There's no damage on the interior. The steering wheel isn't all wore down. The shifter boot's nice and tight down here. There's not wear anywhere on that. E-brake seems to function, kind of clicky and clunky at times, but I'm getting used to it as I'm getting used to the standard transmission. I am not one to typically have a standard transmission unless it's an old Jeep Cherokee or something, but and like I said, a little bit of bolster wear there. I did find some seats down south in Denver that I might pick up and swap in here. They're gray though, so that's kind of my thing on this, is that it's almost like a bluish gray, so I doubt I'll be able to find floor mats that are an exact color match. Maybe I'll find some gray seats. I don't know. I don't think it would match though. So yeah, not a big deal, but I would like to get that replaced. I already found a bed in Texas. I'm inquiring to see if they can ship it. It's the same color. So I'm hoping, I mean, I would drop $1,000 shipped on a bed here to make this thing look real nice, because that's the only negative aspect of this truck. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for this truck. I'm more excited to drive this truck around than my 2019 LX 570 that I paid $53,000 for. I got a miraculous deal on this truck, and I paid $5,500 cash for this truck. So I got a screaming deal on this thing. And like I said, original owner, this dent, he told me that this dent happened like the first day he got it or second day he got it. His kids went to go grab a bike that was up hanging in the garage, and it fell and dented that fender. And then of course you got your typical black peeling there. That used to all be black here, and it's chrome now. Chrome door handles, which I think is kind of funky. There's not a lot of chrome on this thing besides the bumper. But yeah, I mean, it's quiet. It does have a new muffler. Like I said, those OEM factory mud flaps are sweet. But yeah, so new muffler there. No exhaust leaks or ticks or rattles. I mean, it's just amazing. 202,000 miles. And this thing probably sounds similar to when it was sitting on a Toyota lot new. I would have loved to go on the Toyota lot and look at these things new. I mean, I would have been so excited about this truck. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm gonna do to it. Like I said, I'm gonna try to restore it like I do all my vehicles the best I can. And if I get to a point where I'm eyeing another vehicle and I want to offload this one, I'll probably offload it after I've got everything, you know, close to being done. I guess the bed is the biggest thing now. And another cool thing about this truck is the owner assured me that this was the original clutch, and it feels really good. But I might dig into that and replace it, because I'm going to be putting a lot of miles on this thing. I've got my LX 570 up for sale, so I'm not really going to be driving that a lot because I don't want to put miles on it. But who knows? I might keep it. Who knows? If you follow my YouTube channel, you can see I do a lot with vehicles every year, every month, every week. I also picked up a 99 CRV from this same person, and I ended up selling that. And I also, right now, I have a 95 ES300, Lexus ES300 that I'm working through. An employee at work actually might be buying that tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm trying to document the best ones, of course. Like I always say, I wish I would have started doing this documentation. So that's pretty much what it is. It's just documentation for me. You know, I started doing this and not saying anything in the video, but I figured I'd go over it and also give the audience some type of, you know, thought on my part about the vehicle and what I think of it. And kind of, it's cool to see different mileage and different aspects of a vehicle from a different person besides, you know, somebody trying to sell it or something. And I thought for ages I was going to go around and I was going to do a 300,000 mile average car review and just find those cars that were, you know, 20 years old, 30 years old, 10 years old, 5 years old. I guess a 5-year-old would be a rarity, but I was going to do 300,000 mile car reviews and go through vehicles that had 300,000 miles, and I was going to pay the person selling it $20 or something to let me kind of drive it and do a little review. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, this is just kind of documentation for me on my part. Just one day when I'm older, go through these videos and look at all the cool shit I had and that I sold, and probably gonna cry and regret selling all these cool vehicles in 20 years, 30 years. So anyway, 99 Tacoma, 202,000 miles, is running absolutely great. Don't know what I'm gonna do to it yet. I'm a purist, so I would love to keep it all original. Maybe a small lift, maybe bigger tires. I would like to upgrade these to not a newer Tacoma rim, but a time era correct, more sporty looking wheel. You know, these are the base model wheels, the steelies as they call them. I'd like to go into something more, you know, the aluminum or something more sporty. So other than that, that's about it. Place the bed, maybe do the clutch, maybe some new wheels, different wheels. Yeah, just keep this thing running good. I'll probably do all the fluid changes here soon. You know, within the next 10,000 miles, I'll probably do all the fluids. But anyway, 99 Tacoma, it's for sale like everything. I'd probably sell this one for about, I don't know, 8,500. Be the lowest price on a Tacoma in the area. These usually sell for 10. Anyway, 99 Tacoma, it's running great, 202,000 miles.